What's up guys, Black Scout, and today we're talking about my new Bugout vehicle. A lot of you guys, Instagram and stuff like that, other social media have seen my new vehicle and asked me about it and why I don't have the Jeep anymore, and it was just time for an upgrade. The Jeep, you know, the new versions like the one I had, Jeep JKs, they are just not what they used to be as far as Jeep manufacturing. They're not as as rugged as they used to be. I had some problems with it, some warranty warranty issues, recall stuff, some piston type stuff, and I just I didn't want to deal with that anymore. The other thing is, the biggest thing is that in where we live at, super hot like most of the year, and the removable top of the Jeep is not insulated. The hard top of mine is not insulated. You can buy the insulation kits. They're like freaking $600. I'm not dropping that on that. Yeah, you can take the top off, but I've already had had a couple of surgeries cutting things off because possible skin cancer, so I'm not playing that. I don't get in the sun if I don't need to be. Back when I was a kid, sunscreen was not a thing we wore. So anyhow, this is insulated, a lot better, a lot more comfortable ride. The other thing is, in the Jeep, I felt like I was in a little box, could barely move. Got a lot of room in here. The other thing is that per reports and testing I've seen, this is actually a more capable vehicle than most Jeep JKs. Not really the Rubicon unless you have the TRD Pro, but there's some features on here that run just as good. This is four-wheel drive, V6, larger engine. I've already done some modifications to it. I got a 3-inch suspension lift on there. I think for Bugout vehicles, or just living in the country, you need to have that clearance, ground clearance, wheel clearance. I went ahead and got Nitto Terra grapplers, 34-inch, so a little bit bigger tire. Terra grapplers are good all-around tire. I did think about getting the trail grapplers, but being this is my daily driver, what I've read is that the trail grapplers actually wear out really quick. So I went with the Terra grapplers, and I've been happy with them thus far. Anyhow, I hadn't got a winch or anything on here yet, and I'm not necessarily certain I'm going to, but I may still. I don't really know yet. But what I did do is get the Gobi rack. Gobi racks are awesome. They're very expensive because they're built custom made, but I installed it myself, me and a buddy, and Black Scout Commando Zach actually, and just has a lot of capability. I can store equipment up there. I can also put my kayaks up there, which was the biggest thing. The biggest reason why I even got it was to mount my kayaks. That was something I couldn't do with my Jeep. I couldn't mount kayaks. So the other thing is, it has an 800-pound static weight capability and 300-pound moving capability. But I have a ladder back here, so I can access this thing and get on top of it, mount my kayaks up, mount gear up here. I can get up here and do things, just something I couldn't do with the Jeep. Now I could obviously put a rack on the Jeep, but then you limit taking the tops off, you got to take the rack off or whatever, and it just wasn't worth it to me. So I'm very happy with the Gobi. I can run kayaks and bikes at the same time. Bugout situation, you never know what mode of transportation you want, and just overall adventuring. So another thing about the 4Runner, a lot of you guys, old guys, know that I had a 4Runner before the Jeep. That was my thing. I really like 4Runners. Are like really my favorite vehicles of all time. One huge thing is the tail lifts up instead of out, and the glass up like on the Jeep, very much a hassle. The other thing is I have dogs. I can roll that window down whenever I got them in the back. So anyhow, I've got my survival gear and stuff like that in here, my Bugout gear in here, and I'm going to do a video on this at a later date. As you can see, I got my fire extinguisher mounted up back here and some medical kits, and we're going to go over those medical kits in a video in a week or two. You'll see that on there. I got just some tools, my boots, and survival gear. So anyhow, that's just it, and a couple of reasons why it just works out for me better, like doing outdoor activities. Just does a lot of stuff, and I can off-road and stuff like that if need be. I'll probably eventually will get a tent to go on top, for like overlanding type stuff, and you know, maybe hit Overland East in Asheville this coming year. So if you're going to be there, we'll say hey. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching Black Scout Survival, and check out the videos at the end of the and subscribe button.